Everyone, welcome to the Technical Interview Guide channel. In today's section, we will discuss 4 new queries that is highly asked in any SQL interview. So if you are going to give any SQL interview, you might face with these 4 queries. We already uploaded one more video, which was part 1, and we discussed about 2 SQL query in that part 1. So you can watch this video that is available on the channel. So we have discussed these 2 queries: find the list of employees whose salary range between this and that. And the second query was write a query to retrieve the list of employees from the same city. So we have already discussed about these 2 queries. Now we will in today's session we will discuss about these 4 queries. So as you know, we have a table called, the table name is employee. So now if I'll select this, so this is the table. There are 6 records in this table: employee ID, employee name, gender, salary, and city. So uh, the first query is we need to find the cumulative sum of employee salary. So as you can see in the table, we have salary according to the employee name and employee ID. We need to show a new column, and in that column we need to calculate cumulative sum of the salaries. I'll show you how we can leverage our query. So first we can write select statement, select star, and then we need to create a new column which will accumulate all the salary amount in a single column. So let's say we need to put some function to sum up the salary. And now if I'll show you from employee, right, it is giving an error that if we use any aggregate function in SQL query, then we need to use, it is mandatory to use group by clause when we use any aggregated function, whether it is sum, count, main, max, etc. But now we can do one more thing. So we can use over clause here so that we can accumulate all the rows salary into the other one. So let's say over order by employee ID. I'm taking employee ID because in employee ID there are unique IDs there. I missed something here. Order by. Okay, yeah, and I will give alias for this column cumulative. Now if I'll run this query, you will find a new column in our table which is cumulative sum. So if you see in the first row, the salary is 75,000 for Arjun and the cumulative sum is also 75. But if you go to second row, you can see in cumulative column, it is showing the total of these two, salary, Arjun and Ekdanta, the first 2 rows. Same way, if I'll go below, then we can see these were 2 lakh, and now if I'll add 1.5 lakh more, then it will become 3 lakh and 50,000, then so on. So this is the way you can use this query to find cumulative sum of any table or any scenario, whatever you have. This is the question which I researched and found that this question is asking in SQL interview. So you can do your practice. And the second, if move to the second question, that is what is the male and female employees count? Okay, so we need to. Okay, you can see there are. It is a column gender, and in gender we have 2 criteria: male for M for male, and F for female. So we need to fetch. We need to show count according to the gender, like how many are there in this table with male gender and how many with female gender. So what we do, we use again select query. Then in select query, what we can do, we can choose only 2 columns because we need only these two: gender and the count of gender, right, from the table name, that is employee. If again I will run this query, it will throw an error that we need to use a group by clause because we are using count function, that is a aggregated function. Now if I'll write here group by, and we will group by gender. So if I'll run this query, it will give the count for female and male. So there are 3 female and 3 male in our table, and we can give a name to the column like total count. Yeah. So we can see a count according to the genders, male and female. Now if I'll move to next query, that is write a query to fetch 50% record from the employee table. So you know we have employee table, we need to fetch 50% record of that table, right? So what we do, we can do like write select star and we can give it a column that is row number. Row number is a function which will give row number uh, 1, 2, 3 incremental row number, and we can put it on over employee ID. We need to put order by, then employee ID, and from employee, right? But it will not give us top 50% count. So we can give it a name for this column row number. So I'll give row number, right? Now if I'll show you after running this query, you can see it will create a row number in this view and assign 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if we have more data in our table, it will assign one by one numbers to the table's record. Now we need to find only 50% records, right? So what we can do here, we can select row number, and then we can use a subquery like a select a star from and this table, and we can give a condition where now we can use this row number name for this row number column because we have created a subquery, right? So where row number is less than select count empid from employee and divide by 2 to fetch 50% record, right? Yeah, so what we have done in this query, okay, so we had 6 rows in our table. Now we are getting 3 top rows, that is 50% of this table. If I'll make it greater than, then it will give me last 50% rows from a table. Okay, so what we have done here, we have created a select query and assign a row number, right? And then we use this as a subquery, and we used a condition where row number greater than, and then we use select count employee ID. So we are checking how many records are there in the table and then divide by 2, so that if there are 6 records, then if we will divide by 2, we have 3. So it will become 3. And now if I'll execute this query, that's mean we are extracting last 50% rows because we have divided by 2 and we get 3 as an input, and we are comparing row number which is greater than 3. So that is how you can find 50% record from the employee table or any table which you are working on. Now if we will move on queries, basically we need to mask a column, like if we will have salary in this column 2,50,000, then according to this query it says we need to hide last 2 digit, right? Or we can hide more. In order to achieve this query, we need to use we should have 2 column employee name and their salary, but salary should be masked. Salary's last 2 digits should be masked, right? So how we will do that? We need to use substring function, and in substring, you might know in substring we can use a text value only, and we need to use salary. So salary is a integer value. We need to convert this into a string value. So we can use cast function, cast salary as worker. So we have salary. Now we can start from first letter of the salary. And how many letters are we extracting? We need to extract all the letters except last 2 digit, right? So to extract all these letters except last 2, we can use one more thing. We can do len and salary and -2. So if now I'll run this query, what you can see, 2 digits from the salary have been removed now, right? And we can give a name to this salary. So we can use concat function, right? We need to use concat function. Then we can concat double X with this table. Now if I'll run this query, you will find it has masked last two digit of the salary, right? So this is how you can achieve this query statement, right? I'm telling you these are very important query for any interview of SQL because these are tricky queries. So you need to think about these queries and start doing by yourself, right? Okay, thank you everyone. We will meet in next section. I will find more queries which will important for any SQL interview. Then I'll made a new video. Till then, thank you. Bye bye.